Alright, so back with another week of sales, and this week was last week was a pretty good week between this account and the other one. It kind of was a bit of a slow end here for the weekend. Was not great on this account at least, sales wise. The other one, it was pretty good. So I'm pretty sure right here is where I left you off last week. Should be the first thing after. So this Roswell, Georgia Police, $5.99 on that one. Next is this IABPFF, which is the International Association of Black Professional Firefighters hat patch. I have sold for $6.99. I originally had this at auction. It's one of the things I had put part of an auction last week, and it didn't sell at auction. But when I relisted it, as buy it now, it sold within a couple of hours. And that was the same thing for this as well as Bridgeport, Connecticut Engine 6. Sold for $7.99. It was also something that was up for auction. Didn't sell, but when it was relisted as buy it now, it sold. And I've had that happen a couple times where in the auction format it doesn't sell, but when you relist it as buy it now, it sells within hours. So why it didn't succeed at auction, I don't quite get. So next is this Blink K9 police patch, sold out on offer for $4.49. Next, Hillsborough County Sheriff, $4.99. Pasco County, Florida, Emergency Services, $5.99 on that one. Colorado State Police, sold on an offer for $4.49. This Alabama State Trooper, I'm pretty sure I showed you last week. Buyer never paid. I ended up canceling it and relisting it. I have to double check the shipping to see if I adjusted it, because it does not need to be $1.25. But buyer never ended up paying, so I finally canceled that order. Next is this Goldsboro, Maine Fire Department, $6.99. Washington, D.C., $5.99. Minerva Park, Ohio's Police, $7.99 on that one. Delaware County Prison, $3.99 on that. And this one was actually, I noticed it's kind of more of a hat patch. It's a smaller one. I didn't put it in the title, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Next, Nassau County Sheriff, $5.99. This one was an oldie, I think, that I've had for quite a while. Or maybe it was a newer one. Because I know I had a Nassau County that was pretty old. That I think got April 27th, 2022. Although I think it was older than that. But finally sold it for $5.99. Next is a Tennessee EMT Ambo, sold out on offer for $4.49. I'm hoping those eBay noises are messages. Is a message back from the buyer? Maybe not. I don't think it is. I'll get to it at the end of the video. Or at the end of this section, I'll get to why I'm hoping I'm getting a message from a buyer. Next, Albuquerque Police CSI, sold out on offer for $5.39. I thought about keeping one of these for myself, as I had to go with my Albuquerque homicide. But I figured I'm sure I'll come across it again. I have like 3 of them. These next 2 things sold together. This Lewiston, Maine, ladder 1 for $3.99, and then this Pike, Wyoming, or Pike in Wyoming County. As you can see, I had 8 of them. Finally sold the last one for $5.99, and I've officially sold out of those, which is great. Didn't really make any money on it, I don't think, at $5.99. Originally I had 10 of them. I kept 1 for myself. The other 9 were listed, and then I ended up pulling 1 of them to sell to another local collector, and then I finally got around to selling the last one. Look at that. March 16th, 2022. So it took about a year to sell all of them. And this went semi-local. Rochester, I think. I think it went to Brockport, which is Monroe County, Rochester area, if I remember right. Or maybe it didn't go anywhere near local. I don't remember. Next, El Paso, Texas Fire, $4.99 on that one. Next is this Village of Hamburg Fire Department Challenge coin, sold for $29.99 plus $5 shipping. And rare, and I'm not a big fan of putting rare in the title, but it is true. These are pretty rare. pretty much if you didn't see the Facebook post from the fire department that they were making these, and if you didn't pre-order them, it was like a 2 or 3 week window, you were not getting one. So I don't know how many they ended up selling altogether, but I do know it was something that it was probably not many, probably a couple hundred. So this is something that is fairly rare, and I did order 3 myself, one to keep, one I knew I immediately wanted to sell, and then one I figured I'll probably sell it at some point. And the first one that I did when I put it to auction, it didn't go for a whole lot, but this one I kind of priced up, just because I was in no hurry to sell this, that is for sure. So, but it did end up selling within a month, which is pretty good. For $30, this sold yesterday, and I shipped it out this morning. So all in, after the cost, I made like $15 on it, 10 or $15, I think. So not too bad. Next is Metropolis, Illinois. Superman sold out an offer, 20% off in this one, $4.79. It's been around a while, but I do have another one that I got in a different lot recently. But this one in specific has been around a while. Next is Fairfax County, Virginia Fire and Rescue, $4.99 in that. I got a whole bunch of different variations of Fairfax County fires. Ridiculous how many variations I had. Next, Houston Police, $6.99 in that. And that is going actually to Houston. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned the Village of Hamburg one went to Minnesota. It did not go local. The other one didn't go local either. Next, New York State EMT sold for $4.99. And that is the last sale of this week. But I did have this towards the end here, as all of these sold in one big lot together. So the South Carolina Department of Corrections, $6.99. Central Point, Oregon Police, $3.99. Augusta Public Safety, $5.99. University of Southern California, $6.99. Just a patch for the college, not police or anything. California Department of Corrections, $3.99. Bowling Green, Kentucky, $6.99. Monroe County, Florida SWAT, $6.99. Covington, Virginia Division of Police, $5.99. And that's it. Those all sold together. One big lot to the same buyer. I don't know if any of these were sold out on offer. I think these were all paid for full price. And they were shipping. It was 8 of them. It came to $8. I refunded the other $4 and just ate the 15 cents because it was $4.15 to ship it. And just put the 15 cents in as just part of my costs. Alright, so this is, I'm going to get, do I want to show this now? Well, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to tease you with that. I'll get to that at the end here. We're going to switch over to the other account. So, I had those lots of police patches. There were like 14 lots that were going. Those all ended. Yeah, it was Monday night they all ended. So, they all ended Monday night, all but, I want to say 3 or 4 of them sold. Yes, I want to say it was 3 or 4 didn't sell, the rest of them all sold. So I got various levels of success. But first thing I want to talk about with these lots that I made is that where I priced them at, they were just above cost of goods, not really taking into account eBay fees with that. So, there's one that sold individually, there was 2 that sold together, and then there was one guy who bought a bunch of them. Which I think I put specifically at the end. So, like with this one, only going for $14.50. Pretty much made no money. And some of the other ones too, there's 1 or 2 that went above the starting price, but not really. But the rest of them did not. So all in, I calculated, I sold almost 100 patches, and I made $10 actual profit on all those lots. So I absolutely screwed myself on the auctions here. As you can see, the lots of 9 started at $13.99, which was just above cost of goods. So, which is not good, because I was hoping to really do these auctions, move a lot of inventory and get a lot of my money back for this lot, because it costs, the lot I showed you, I think it was last week, cost $400 or $500, which is, it's quite a sizable investment. So I was hoping to do these auctions in that and get all my money back that way, pretty much, and not have to list them all individually. They're pretty much just sitting. They're pretty much just sitting here on the floor. I'm getting to them when I get to them. They're not high on my priority list at the moment. So, but anyways, this sold for $14.50. This Eagle Lake, Texas, sold for $4.99. This sold with the guy who bought the larger collection that I'll show you at the end. This one went for decent though, $17.50 for this lot of 9. This lot went at $13.99. Those two sold together, I think, or maybe 1 and 1. I don't remember. Next is California Highway Patrol K9 Subdued, sold for $6.99. This was one of the things that was part of the auction. Didn't sell at auction, relisted it, and sold right away. So, next is Buffalo Police. This is the normal size one, $5.99. I don't remember if it went local or not. Next, Perrymont, New York, $9.99 on that. So some of these New York ones here went for good money. You'll see here. Nebraska State Patrol, $4.99. Green Island, New York, $9.99. The large lot of 100+ New York ones, a lot of them, a couple of them that sold this week, sold for $9.99, which is a good price. Lynbrook, New York, $7.99. As you can see by a lot of New York stuff sold this week. This Leroy over in Genesee County, $6.99. This did go local. This one I think went to Monroe County too. Next we got this NYPD ESU, $5.99. This, I don't even know how to say this, in Alaska, $7.99. This one international. Guy sent me a message that he kind of collects. I forget what he said he collected. But it was like native stuff, I think, is what he said. And he said he has quite the collection. So he wanted a quote to ship it internationally. So I told him $1.50. Changed the listing for $1.50, I think, and then he bought it pretty quickly afterwards. County of Nassau Police, $6.99. Steuben County Sheriff, $7.99. Rensselaer, I don't know, however you say it, County, $5.99. This Buffalo Police, Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl Champs 2023 patch sold out on offer. It sold for $26.99, and this went local, went to South Buffalo. Within a couple hours, I had 2 watchers on it, and I sent out offers this was Monday night, I think, because it was Tuesday when I was packing all those, or had all those other orders going out. That's when this sold. Right as I was going through, checking to make sure I had everything shipped out that needed to be, and this sold. So, I probably could have held off, not sent out offers on this right away, and still got my full $30. Not a big deal. I still made almost $20, I think. So, I don't know, a little less than 20, about 15 to 20, somewhere in there. And then there was another one that I sold locally to another scanner listener. I sold it to him for $15. I sent that out this morning. And then I still have one more that I do plan on putting to auction, which is probably what I should have done with this one. I'll probably put it to auction and see how that goes. And then that'll be it, if I don't end up selling it locally to someone else. Next is Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, $7.99. But as you can see, I have an absolute ton of them. I have 39 of them. This was part of the one lot that I get that just had a massive amount of patches in it. So slowly we'll get rid of those. Georgia Department of Natural Resources, Game and Fish Management, $5.99. Fulton County Sheriff, $9.99. Haverstraw Police, $9.99. Corning, $9.99. Kentucky State Police Subdued, $7.99. Anne Arundel County Police sold out an offer, $4.49. Arkansas State Police sold out an offer as well, $4.49. Hawaii County SRT sold out an offer, $7.19. This Eastchester sold out an offer, $6.29. I sent out a lot of offers on this account and got quite a bit of turnaround, as you can see. But like I said, but on this one, I did send out a ton of offers, which was good. I sold way more on this one than the other one. The auctions helped with that. But even still, over the last 2 days, I've sent out probably 15, 20 offers. So we'll see if I can convert any more sales from those offers. This is the last thing that sold. This Maine State Police K9 for $6.99. And then we'll go over these. All these sold together to the same buyer. There's a lot of 6, a lot of 7, a lot of 10, a lot of 8, a lot of 9, a lot of 9, a lot of 9, plus that other Eagle Lake also did this guy. So this one, you can see, the only one that had a little bit of action went up to $16.50. The rest of these sold pretty much as is. Yeah, $14.50 and all that. So $16.59. So, we'll go back to this sale. So it's this 3M05847 dynamic mixing nozzle for auto body repair, counted 50. I don't know, I found this in the trash. I don't really know what I'm looking at. But I looked it up and I seen that it's worth like $45 free ship. So I put it up, as you can see, February 4th. It's sold. It arrived today, and the buyer, right as I was pulling up all my listings, or all the orders, listings, whatever, to do this video, I seen I had a return request. The buyer, who actually is an auto body shop or collision repair center or whatever in Miami, opened a return request, and I'll show you the actual return details. And it says, return reason doesn't fit, comments different. Difference not even spelled right. I just now noticed, so. And I do have the 30-day returns. Buyer pays for return shipping. Luckily, I don't have to pay for the shipping, at least. So like I said, it arrived this today, and then as I was doing this, a couple hours later, seen the return request, and eBay auto allowed the return, I guess because of his reason. But I did send him a message of what's wrong with it. What's wrong, pretty much what's wrong, why are you returning it? And I don't think I've heard back yet. So that's what I was hoping when those notifications were for. I was hoping the buyer sent me a message back so I could give you an update right now. But I don't think the buyer has gotten back to me. So I hate that eBay auto approved this return, and they have till April 3rd, which is a ridiculously long time to be able to ship this back. So hopefully, oh yeah, this will be great. Well, it won't be that bad. So like I said, luckily the buyer has to pay the return shipping. It'll be about $10. At least that's what it cost. About what it cost me to send it was $10. So that's kind of it. But yeah, like I said, I didn't even notice the difference, not even spelled right. So we'll see how this turns out. I'll get back to you by next week's video, hopefully with an answer of if he's going to actually mail it back to me. I'm definitely not offering a refund, right? Just not returning it. That's nonsensical. This return, as far as I'm concerned, so far is seeming nonsensical, considering difference not even spelled right. And I don't know what's different. I'm pretty sure that is what this is. I don't think, like, the bag inside was switched out for something else. So We'll just kind of have to wait and see on wait and see on this return. So hopefully by next week I'll have an answer. But other than that, that's gonna be it for this week. And I will see you next week.